He may have been at the top of the standings, but the driver fans love to hate had lost his swagger, at least for a couple weeks. Hi, and welcome to the Daily Sports Update presented to you by Toyota here on CBSSports.com. I'm Amber Wilson. Kyle Busch was in a bit of a mini slump without much to show for the past couple weeks of racing. That was until Sunday, when Infiniti Raceway put the man on top back to feeling on top of the world. Busch raced his Sprint Cup high 5th visit to victory lane this season in a car that performed so poorly during practice runs, he thought he'd likely wreck. Instead, Busch, who had a poor qualifying run and started 30th, moved through the field and grabbed the lead from defending race winner Juan Pablo Montoya. From there, it was smooth sailing as Montoya dropped to 6th, while David Gilliland and Jeff Gordon rounded out the top 3. The win ends a frustrating 2 weeks for the driver, who hadn't taken a W since earlier this month at Dover. He then set out on his historic triple when he raced in 3 races at 3 tracks in 3 days. He wrecked in those nationwide and Cup Series races, then crashed in last week's nationwide race as well. With this win, the 23-year-old took his 11th overall victory in 2008, spanning all 3 of NASCAR's top series. On to the diamond in Chi-Town. Ryan Dempster won his 9th straight this season at Wrigley, setting up the sweep for the Cubbies in their first-place showdown with the crosstown White Sox. Eric Patterson and Aramis Ramirez homered in the same inning to help lift the Cubs to the 7-1 victory. This makes it 14 straight home wins for the team with the best record in the majors, putting them at 32-8 at home this season. Dempster allowed 10 hits and a run at 8+. Ramirez added an RBI double in the 7th and finished the series with 8 ribbies. Javier Vazquez allowed 5 runs on 5 hits and 5 walks in 6 innings to take the loss. The White Sox have lost 8 of 12 overall, with their lead in the AL Central cut to 1.5 games. Tough day in Chicago for the White Sox. Good day in Atlanta for the Braves. Mark Teixeira had his second career 3-homer game Sunday, helping his Braves take the W against the lowly Seattle Mariners 8-3. He connected from both sides of the plate with 2 solo drives, batting left-handed before a 2-run shot from the right side in the 7th, first 13th of the season. Tim Hudson allowed 4 hits and 7 scoreless to lower his ERA to 2.86 and finally win an interleague game for the Braves. Teixeira was the hero in Atlanta Sunday. Kevin Youkilis was the hero in Boston. Youkilis hit a 2-run homer off Mike Parisi in the bottom of the 13th to take the game for his Red Sox 5-3 over the St. Louis Cardinals. It was his second homer of the game. Boston had a 3-2 lead in the 8th when St. Louis was able to tie the game in the 9th off closer Jonathan Papelbon, who blew his 4th save opportunity of the season. But the Red Sox were able to avoid the series sweep and hang on to their lead in the AL East. Aaron Miles collected 5 hits for the Cards, who won their 6th consecutive road series despite the loss. Tennessee Titans defensive end Jevon Kearse was arrested and charged with driving under the influence following a traffic stop early Sunday morning. He was near Vanderbilt University when campus police pulled him over for driving erratically. Police say he took a field sobriety test but refused a breathalyzer. Kearse, his agent, nor the Titans could be reached for comment. He was NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1999 with Tennessee, spent 4 years with the Philadelphia Eagles, and re-signed with the Titans this offseason. From one athlete dealing with DUI charges to another, Denver Nuggets superstar forward Carmelo Anthony will be in court this week facing DUI charges, but the focus surrounding Anthony hasn't been because of legal charges of late, but instead because of trade rumors. Speculation began in May when reports surfaced the New Jersey Nets had spoken with Denver about a trade for the 2-time All-Star. Although the likelihood of that trade was never very high, Anthony, who does not want to be traded, is upset the team hasn't publicly denounced the possibility of one. But his agent, Calvin Andrews, now claims they have assurance from the team's ownership his client will not be dealt away this summer. The 24-year-old averaged 25.7 points per game and over 7 rebounds this past season, but was unable to get the Nuggets out of the first round of the playoffs for the 5th straight time. And some final tidbits in your news and notes. You may know him as Pac-Man, but he simply wants to be called Adam Jones these days. Suspended Dallas Cowboys cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones is dropping the nickname his mother gave him as an infant. After speaking to a group of kids at a basketball camp Saturday, Jones expressed his desire to drop the Pac-Man, saying it has too much negativity behind it. Candace Parker became the second woman to dunk in a WNBA game Sunday night as the LA Sparks beat the Indiana Fever 77-63. Parker's Sparks teammate Lisa Leslie is the only other player to do it back in 2002. Fresno State's improbable postseason College World Series run will end with the championship round as the Bulldogs shut down North Carolina 6-1 to advance Sunday night. The Fresno State Bulldogs will take on the Georgia Bulldogs in a best-of-3 series starting today. The winner will walk away a national champion. To follow all of the College World Series championship action and everything sports, keep your mouse right here at CBSSports.com. If you missed anything here today, you better stop, refresh, and rewatch. I'm Amber Wilson. Have a great Monday, guys.